All right, let's bring you another developing story now. Parliament's Portfolio Committee on Health says it's confident South Africa's halted Johnson and Johnson vaccine program will resume soon. Health Minister Dr Zweli Mkhize suspending the Sisonke vaccination study amid concerns over possible links between the vaccine and serious blood clotting. But some scientists have spoken out against that decision to halt the vaccine trial, saying it is actually placing the lives of health workers at risk. So far, about 290,000 healthcare workers have received the jab. Let's get you the latest on the story. We're joined now by Dr Sibongiseni Dhlomo, who is chairperson of Parliament's Portfolio Committee on Health. Dr Dhlomo, great to have you with us this morning on the show. In fact, you know, the criticism of government's decision to suspend the vaccine rollout plan really hinging on the fact that effectively what we're doing by not giving healthcare workers the vaccine, even for a single day, is putting their very lives at risk. What do you know about how quickly, now that we have this decision from the Health Products Regulatory Authority, how quickly we can get it started again?
Good morning, Michelle, and good morning to our viewers. We did meet with the minister last week on Wednesday, just a night after they actually made that announcement. And there's no one who's actually disagreeing with SAPRA that this decision was not taken because somebody is questioning the efficacy and the safety of the vaccine. It's just that there was a discovery in the US that 6 people out of 6 million did show these thrombosis episodes in their systems, and therefore the scientists who met are saying, look, let's not ignore what is happening in that part of the world, and maybe because this is also something that we need to check amongst those less than 300,000 of us who have actually been vaccinated. But this is a halt just to check. In fact, as the minister finished the meeting on Wednesday, he actually said they are meeting with the scientists. It's the scientists who are advising. Now, we will always have a difference of opinion among scientists, but you weigh that. But I could still agree with you that on the cost-benefit analysis, the continuing with vaccines far outweighs the serious challenges that you might have, because the challenges are there, whether you vaccinate or not vaccinate, but the challenges of not vaccinating are much worse. Hence, we are very confident that it is really a temporary halt, and maybe before the end of this week, we might get a better announcement and the progress report on their discussions. Was they were just to consult amongst themselves as scientists and come with the best. Look, it would have been the best, because once you start rolling it out now and you see serious adverse events in the country, some scientists are going to come. You should not have restarted. So we are actually between this and that, and therefore, but we think even that fear of the FDA, 6 people out of 6 million, is not significantly a very big factor to make us not to restart this vaccine rollout.
Yeah, I mean, in fact, most of the criticism hinging on the fact that, you know, we have many life-saving medicines that come with a particular risk to a small segment of the population, but the decision is always that when the benefits outweigh those risks, we go ahead. I understand that the halting of the vaccine rollout is primarily procedural, given the decisions that have been made in the US, Dr. Dhlomo, but in the midst of a pandemic, when we are already lagging behind in our vaccine rollout plan, wasn't it, you know, an irresponsible decision to make?
No, it was not. It's me and you probably out there desperately for a vaccine, and we do. But if you are a government and a politician there, you just cannot miss listening to scientists. Mm-hmm. Now, there's a group of scientists, 100 of them, they may not always of them, 80, 90 may support you, but the other 20 will then say, look, look, you should not do that. I'm actually also saying we do not have a luxury that countries like US do have, because while they may stop a J&J vaccine, they probably will continue the Pfizer or Sputnik. We have not started with the other vaccines. The SAPRA, again, is still processing the registration of those. So in our country, once you stop the J&J vaccine for now, you just have nothing else to hold on to. So we are actually among other things, saying the decision to restart must really be arrived at much sooner because right now we don't have anything else. US, they might actually say J&J we don't use, but then maybe we rely on Pfizer or something. We would have to start Pfizer next month if it arrives. But right now we only have one vaccine to hold on to, and we need to restart as soon as they're wrapping up their discussions. But we respect the views of the scientists on that, and scientists will always differ. A number of them, majority will say hold on a bit, few are saying we should not hold on, so we are stuck between those two.
So Dr. Dhlomo, where are we at the moment in terms of Parliament's Portfolio Committee on Health and its discussions with the Health Department and the Health Minister? You know, where are we in terms of timelines? You said hopefully by the end of this week.
I think him as a minister also is dependent on his, that's why I'm saying we take his word that it's not going to be for a long period, it's going to be a short period, and what will actually make him to restart will be sort of an advice of the scientists. Now, since Wednesday last week, I imagine they've been engaging, and we would be waiting patiently to see that those discussions are actually coming to a sort of a solution to say, when do we restart? Because again, we agree, me and you, that the cost of not starting the vaccines will be far, far bigger than to restart. So yes, there will always be those risks, but the risk will actually be much less compared to the benefits that we're likely to derive from continuing. But I actually take solace from the processes that I've seen. The minister during the course of this week again has been out there launching a registration process for those over 60 years of age and those who have got comorbidities, meaning that they are also trying not to delay the timelines that are there. It was mid-May, we should be finished with our healthcare workers, and on the 17th of May, start the process of vaccinating South Africans who are 60 years and above and those who are having comorbidities. So all that is impacting on the timelines that they are putting in place. So I do not foresee a situation, if this week ends without the minister making updating us on this process, we will, as a portfolio committee, go back to him and check why are they now not making a progress that we thought would be there. It was this week, we would wish that they make some progress and come back to advise us as to when they are restarting.
Yeah, absolutely. Dr. Sibongiseni Dhlomo, thank you very much for your time this morning.